Welcome to TradeTheMBI.com. This is Jonas, reports for the 6th of July. And boy, did we get a whole lot of nothing. It really was tepid. It started out decent, but just couldn't sustain anything. And we pretty much are still riding just above the high side of the range, as we can see right there, moving into after hours. But for the day's range, we got up to low 30s actually. And that was about the best it could do. Still, a little bit of an improvement. Didn't really help much on the readings. I mean, we're still waiting for the NASDAQ. It made its nice turnaround as we expected. It was getting a little bit overdone. We had reached that tipping point here with the D Omega, and then we started crossing over early on in pre-market and just continued from there. Pretty much got us right back into par, which means we're set to make a move. Euro didn't really retreat much. We've got more in the positive extreme category. So the longer this holds up, I think the more positive you have for building momentum. Bond, slight recovery still, reaching back down towards new lows. Could be a lot worse than it is. It's actually holding up quite decent. And then USO giving back. So we just talked about this. It just gotten overbought, opens up, and then starts to roll over. It just wasn't out of the range, and we didn't have a major short signal on it. What we did see, though, is that we had gotten into a run that wasn't likely to sustain itself. It'll be interesting to see how much more market activity we get from oil. I think it's going to be the mover that really will decide things, particularly going forward for inflation. That gold reaching an exhaustive level down here, pop back up, still negative shakeout. It's going to take a little bit more for that to even itself out. Not quite there. I don't think we have enough of a turnaround yet from the short-term, mid-term buyers to really make a significant call that gold is going to turn around here. I think what we just had was a relief reaction off of extremely overdone. We haven't even seen a shakeout move above, or the extreme histogram move above the red line, let alone even a shakeout showing positive improvement. Now it could change pretty quickly, but we have to see much stronger activity. I'd like to see that orange really take a dive in order to believe there's going to be sustainable. It's not worth sometimes getting too early into a move. So here you can see from the early action, we ended up with a series of nice resets that ended up with buy opportunities that did fairly decent. The shorts that came in was right over here after we had that nice little run. Dipped below the green line, but then it just kind of held up decent flat and put a little spike there, but not sustainable at that particular point with the red starting to cave, and then we ended up with the DOC spread right there as we started to break down below the ABM values, and that's where we have it right now in after hours. That's pretty much filling back in positive extremes, and even a couple of yellow ones going back, and just pretty much in a stasis mode. But now we really need to start to see a new set of returns and really maintain levels above that 234 range up here. I think is really what it's going to take to drive this back to that 2450 range, which is really this never-ending target that we've been looking for forever. What was I've been looking for quite a few years, and it was a pretty bold call even back down in the 1400 range to think that we would get to this point, and not one to lose sight of that, because it's been something that most people didn't think was going to take place. There's been calls for cataclysm for even as of today, there's still calls for cataclysm, the end of the world, and none of that's materialized. There are plenty of reasons to justify what's being said, but just because you talk about it doesn't make it happen. There are fundamental real life situations that have to take place to justify some of these moves, and if they don't exist, just the fallacy of having overbought readings isn't enough. It just isn't, and you have to understand that there has to be a real dynamic as to why you would have significant selling. So that's just a side note to what the readings are telling us. As always, though, continue to trade well. I'm going to keep popping in. Made it to San Francisco today, so it's very cold up here compared to what LA is doing. So nice little reprieve from the superheat, and look forward to continuing to follow the action and put some shirts on while it's nice and cool out here. As always, though, trade well. We'll talk to you later.